it's Holly here from Your Past is a Gift. And as usual, I completely sidetracked from where I was going in the previous video. I do that all the time. Then I get to the end of the video and go, oh, I missed it again. All right, so today what I'd like you to start looking at, okay, is what is beautiful. You know, what is good, what is right when you look at things, okay? Because we've always been taught from the youngest of ages, you know, to always judge and look at the negative of things. And this is how we end up with such a negative self-image. Because we're never taught to look at the body as it's something beautiful. We're never taught to look at others and to look at what's beautiful in them. You know, what's beautiful in yourself. We're not taught to do that. And so that's why for so many of us we grow up and we have this self-hate of how we look, you know, that we can't stand. For most of us it might be our body shape, you know, there's so many different things, but there'll be always something that we're unhappy with how it looks, you know, and it's because we're always taught to look at the negative. We're always taught to look at, you know, what the defects. We're taught to look for the defects in everything, all the cracks, instead of looking at the beauty of it. You know, yesterday, it's funny, yesterday was the first time I was saying to my husband, when my little one would cry, because she's our first baby, I always, you know, I'd get stressed out. She'd cry and I'd be like, I have to fix it. That's my job, I have to fix it. You know, what can I do to make it stop? Because I thought, you know, it was unnatural for her to cry. It wasn't a good thing for me to just let her cry, right? And from the tiniest, littlest baby that she was, right? We couldn't use the dummy, or pacifier as it's called as well. We'd put it in and she would spit it out, or eventually she learned that there was a little hook on the end of it and she would pop it out with her finger. So I've never been able to use one, right? But so she'd cry, and you'd panic because you're like, you have to do something, right? Yesterday was the first time. She's one of these babies that if she falls for a nap, right? Well, she's not a baby now, but through all her baby years, right, up until now, and even yesterday, if she falls for a nap, right, she lies down, has a bit of a sleep. If she doesn't get the full sleep, and she wakes up, and she didn't really want to wake up, but she might wake up because she's cold, you know, or she might wake up because she needs to pee, you know, she needs to go toilet, or something will wake her up, and she wasn't ready to wake up yet. She would cry. And oh my God, like when she was a baby and we were in her room, she would cry, she would holler, and you'd be like, oh, you know, please, stop, right? You'd be freaking out, there's something wrong with her, she won't stop. But eventually with time, you figure out, okay, she's got to cry it out. But there's no fixing, I'm not going to be able to do anything, I've just got to deal with, she's got to cry it out. And yesterday, for the first time, in all the years that I've had her now, she was crying and I'm watching her, and for the first time it looked beautiful to me. I was looking at her and thinking it was perfect. That's what she needed at the time, and I was okay with it. I wasn't stressed out, wasn't fussed, wasn't freaking out that I had to fix it up. You know, I was just okay. We'll just have to wait it out. When it passes, it passes. You know? But how many things in life, you know, we're like that. We freak out and we're like, and we're looking that we gotta fix it, or we're looking that we gotta do something, rather than just sit in that moment. Just sit in it. You know, before I would feel super uncomfortable with that. And yesterday, for the first time, I knew all I had to do was hold her. Give her a cuddle. It was going to pass eventually. It's a long cry because it goes on for about half an hour, but you know, it is what it is. But you know, for the most part, you know, oh, we trying to put that pacifier in, or we're trying to put that dummy in from such an early age. You know, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear the crying. We don't want to deal with it. You know. But it's all right, because it's the only way that they can communicate with us. It's the only way. especially in their first year. They don't know how to talk yet. It's the only way they can say something. I need something. I need it. You know, my nappy's too dirty, or I'm hungry, or I'm tired. There's so many different things that can be going on, and that's their way of communicating it. Wah! You know, our world's coming to an end. But it's how we react to it that makes the world of difference. You know, and usually you'll find mothers, they're very high-strung with the first one and very overprotective with the first baby, and then the second and third, it's like, ah, yeah, it's crying. Get over it. That sort of attitude. You know, we're very relaxed when it comes to the second and third. So the poor firstborn, for the most part, we're really usually high-strung, because I was the firstborn as well, you know. And my mum was super overprotective as well, you know, of me. To the point where I couldn't get dirty. I couldn't, you know, there's so many things I wasn't allowed to do because, oh, germs, oh, you'll get sick, oh, you know, super overprotective. It's so funny now I look back on it. Because I haven't with mine, because we've got dogs and cats and the house is never. Our house, you know, can be tidy, but it's never going to be perfectly, beautifully spick and span, like, you know, spotless. So I'm kind of already used to that. So when she came along, I was like, meh, you know, there's the dog, there's the cat, you know, there's the playground, go, you know, get grubby, that's fine. That's what the washing machine's for, just chuck it in there, you know. But let them be kids, just every stage, everything that they do is perfect in its own way. We just somehow, as parents, we're always trying to fix it. We're always trying to fix it. Rather than enjoying it, just enjoy that moment. It's not going to be there forever. All right, my darlings. Remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages. And please share them, okay? You never know what parent you might save today by passing on this message of it's not the end of the world, okay? They're just crying. All right, my darlings. Mwah. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye for now.